I think it's very interesting that you have some fresh perspective that I've never heard before because most people that I speak to have very left ideologies.
Absolutely. We're in LA. Like I said, I'm a very
We're in LA.
weird gemstone here in LA. I'm surprised I'm not a weird, woke, fucking weirdo like in Hollywood. But yeah, I am who I am. And
Where else do you think you will fit in?
we're
You know,
all-
we had a crush on the same girl for a while.
Sue, man.
Yeah.
Tough. Too bad we can't.
What did you like about her? Because for me, it's not really her appearance, but her personality that's the issue.
How much are you going to edit? You got
I'm
some
not going to
more?
edit this out. Hey. all right.
Edit. Edit. 1 minute. Edit. You feel like everything's just kind of calm right now, but like there's like a big storm brewing.
Oh,
Just
really?
like all this, it's all like spy versus spy shit.
Yeah.
Like who knows who's a good guy or a bad guy at this point.
Uh.
It's like really confusing times. But it's interesting though.
Who'd you vote for?
Obviously Trump.
Really?
But
Not to talk about politics, but
it's all right. It always brings me joy.
okay. Well, let's get into Joe Rogan because he was a big inspiration of your life. From the
course.
Joe Rogan podcast, which
Yeah.
obviously influenced you
hmm
to be this very conspiracy-like person. Are you a big fan of the right?
Well, parents were from Taiwan.
Oh, I didn't know that. You're Taiwanese.
Yeah. I think you probably should know that by now. But
I didn't
it's
know
okay.
that.
It's all right.
But you never told me.
It's kind of implied, just the way.
How is it implied? It doesn't make any sense. Chinese people are not.
Well, it's like I know you're not North Korean just by de facto.
No, there's a bunch of Chinese people in America. They're super normal. It's super insulting.
Okay, so I could be CCP. I could be from China. You're right.
Oh
But-
wow! I have a bunch of Taiwanese friends.
Yeah, Taiwan is like the whole history, right? It's kind of similar to North and South Korea's.
Right, you wanted to be different. Why?
Different. Oh, what an overstatement. Just like such an exaggeration. Southeast Asian.
Southeast Asian, everyone.
Southeast Asians.
Thanks, Bert.
Thanks, sir.
Yay, that's fun.
Thank you. We hope you weren't creeped out.
No, that was
too
really
bad.
fun. Bert is an expert tennis player.
No, that's
He beat my ass.
you are being too. You're being too gracious.
How long did you play?
I played for like since the beginning. I played like in high school. So
Oh,
it was
really?
like 30 something years. I don't know.
Did you play team?
Yeah, I
Really?
played for high school team.
What did you play? Doubles, singles?
Singles.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you pretty good?
No,
Oh.
I didn't hit varsity. I only stuck in JV, so
Oh,
that's like
still.
mediocre. Like
Wow.
I could probably kick myself in the ass in high school now if I played
Right.
myself. Yeah.
Were you like pretty popular, like as a tennis player? Did you get along with everybody in the tennis team? You didn't.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, everyone knew each other in the tennis team.
You
I'll
weren't-
bet probably like the top varsity players probably didn't know who I was, but
Oh.
they probably like recognized my face.
You don't have a high school picture, do you? Can you
Not-
dig it up?
I could dig it up,
Okay.
but not like on me right now. But there's definitely stuff out there.
Were you like nerdy or like were you more like dirt athletic?
Ooh, I fell right in the middle.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I was super nerdy.
I was
You must
nerdy
have been
too.
more athletic than me.
No, I was really overweight in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know how I even made the tennis team.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but tennis is a game of skills, so you can overcome.
Were you still able to do most of the things that you do now, like topspin, slice, serve?
Yeah. That's the
Wow.
whole part. That's the whole part of making tennis fun.
That's crazy.
You're pretty good too. You should.
Nah, because I
play.
learned when I was an adult, so I never
Mhm.
learned properly. But
It's,
awesome.
Dude, it's totally achievable. Just like you can learn comedy
Yeah.
at any age, you can learn tennis at any age, and I think you're a great player too.
you know what? We had a crush on the same girl for a while.
Sue, man.
Yeah.
Tough. Too bad we can't. Too bad we're not talking about as Eskimo brothers.
Oh, I was just gonna say that.
Like I said, kindred spirits. Pink
I
Malay.
know.
I'm sorry, Suman. You've been very kind and respectful.
Really?
We didn't mean anything. If you if she comes across this video.
Have you seen her after you did that?
Yeah, plenty of times.
Oh, really?
It's not like awkward. She just,
It's not?
No, I mean I'm not like a creep. If someone turns me down, then I give
wow.
them their freedom and space.
That's very alpha of you.
Awful?
Alpha.
Oh, I was like, that's just like the joke I do now about the awfuls.
I'll be super scared. That's why I never really tell people directly.
Yeah, in Japanese, I think it's like there's a term for it. Like, I don't want to embarrass myself. I forgot it, but it's like a confession.
Confession, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know the term?
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Kokuhaku.
Kokohaku.
Yeah.
So it never came to that. I mean,
But you did it.
Implicitly, yeah. Just
Implicitly?
Like,
Oh, it was
just by asking her out. But it's not like I think it was a Hikiku whatever.
Wait, what? What? What was that?
Kikuhaku?
Kokuhaku?
Kokuhaku, yeah.
Oh, you just asked out to dinner or something.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that one's more
Man,
like
that takes a lot of
confessing.
courage, Bert. I never would have done that.
No, just asking him out. It's no big deal, you know. And then she says no, then that's it. But
Wow.
Hikikuhaku, whatever, that's more like I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like after a couple of days.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
What did you like about her? Because for me, it's not really her appearance, but her personality that's the issue.
How much are you going to edit? You got
I'm not going to edit this out. Hey.
Dude, for me, it is her looks. Like
nice.
I even joke about it on stage. I'm totally not even joking. I'm into girls with like no butts, no tits, and so,
Oh no, I have to edit this out now, Bert.
Oh, dude, I talk about it on stage, you know, and like people think I'm kidding around, but it's true. Like, why would I ask? You know,
Why are you dissing her all of a sudden?
I'm not. I think she's gorgeous.
Oh,
you know?
great.
And obviously, a lot of people think also. Otherwise, she wouldn't have like what 10,000 like followers or some shit. But yeah, like she's smart too. You know, I know she like listens to shit. She doesn't just talk about like, you know, typical hot girl like material. Like she's got a good mind.
That's actually a good point. What do you think is hot girl material?
Just
You're talking about comedy, right?
yeah. Just mundane shit.
Yeah.
Stuff that I don't find funny. you
Yeah.
know? Like I don't want to do it, but like just you're a hot girl and you just talk about dating and your pussy and nightlife shit that I have no connection with. So sure, it's funny to other hot girls.
I see.
Yeah.
I guess life must be easy for them. So that's their frame of reference.
Yeah. Why do you use?
Would you like to name any hot girls who are doing this kind of material?
You're a hot girl, Terry. That's what I'm saying. When you've been doing these like whatever face filter stuff on IG, you appear in my eyes as a hot girl.
Thank you.
You know.
Oh God! Please don't talk about IG. Nobody talks to me anymore. That's all right. Fuck you, you little bitch. All right. I don't know who I was talking to.
That's all right.
All right.
We're here for each other. That's
thank
what matters.
you. Where'd you grow up?
Grew up not too far away. In I would consider like
Arcadia?
not Arcadia, even like further
Monrovia?
more, even more east.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Where?
Well, I went to high school at this place called Wilson High School in Hacienda Heights.
Where's that?
That's like you pass Monrovia, you pass City of Industry,
Oh wow.
like out there.
Is that like Rancho Cucamonga? No.
Not that far,
Okay,
but
good.
kind of, yeah. Like when you get to like actually Walnut, which is before Rancho Cucamonga, that's like kind of where I went to middle school. I was moved around a lot.
Really?
Yeah, hence the comedian, you know.
Where'd you move afterwards?
So Walnut, then Hacienda Heights, and then after high school I just went to Irvine for college.
Oh, UC Irvine?
Yeah, I went to
Oh,
UC Irvine.
nice. I know a lot of people who went to UC Irvine.
Yeah, probably different like era though, because you're almost a decade younger than me.
Class of
2001.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How was that?
Nerdy, boring. Didn't do much. Didn't even know the world of comedy even existed. So I was just like,
Me neither.
Yeah, I think I was like trying to study to become a doctor.
Really?
Typical like Asian parents kind of.
What was your major?
Psychology.
Wow.
And biology.
Double major?
I was trying to.
Oh my god.
But I was like, fuck this noise. Like after I think I just came out with a psychology major. I said I dropped the bio. I was like, this shit's not like worth it.
Yeah.
Like, why do you want to? Oh, because I tried to apply for medical school, couldn't cut it. Then I tried pharmacy school, which is like a lot easier.
Yeah.
Couldn't cut it.
A lot of Koreans do that.
Yeah. And then after that, I'm just like, fuck it. I'll just graduate and start working.
Or because you're doing accounting now.
Accounting was lot like later on.
What were you doing?
Like right after UC Irvine, I just started. First job was like temping at like this real estate company.
Really?
Yeah. Like what happened was the whole building got burnt down because like one of the controllers or financial managers, they were like committing some kind of fraud with all the property management schemes or some shit. I don't know the details, but she tried to hide all the detail by fucking torching the place. And then all the shit got sent back, like all charred up, somewhat restored. And my position there, I was a temp, fresh out of UC Irvine. I was just like, oh, here, go organize that shit. So that's what I did. I did such a good job. They put me into like some accounting, like function. Became like a supervisor in a few years. Yeah, that's how I started doing accounting. It wasn't even like,
That's awesome.
Well, that's just Chinese hard work. Just fucking didn't even like I had to study for that. The whole time I was studying for biology, psychology, all these like fucking irrelevant courses. And meanwhile, I could just be making a living doing accounting shit. Like so. That's what I did.
How did you get the job?
Temp agency.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that worked out.
Yeah, I mean, I encourage people to do temp stuff.
I'm sorry, you're out in the frame. Check. I'm gonna turn it.
The pod gods doesn't like us.
There we go.
Oh, it's just
That's pretty cool, Bert.
Thank you. Very boring Asian American upbringing, but thank you.
Not really. You're a Cali native.
I'm a super Cali native.
Which is pretty rare I feel like, because a lot of transplants in the communist community.
And especially like the way I resisted the whole like woke culture that's been brewing here. Like I have a feeling like maybe I'm just because I'm an LA native, I've been able to preserve like my mindset, conserve, right? I conserve like what's been like, I don't know, just our values. At least I think was more LA like back in the 80s when I grew up. And then maybe all the implants, they're the ones that kind of watered down like the way LA should be right now, I don't know. I'm just, I smoked some weed before I came. I just want to let you know.
Are you not a fan of the woke culture here?
I would say I'm not. Any kind of wokeness. There's even like a woke right that's kind of brewing now.
What's that?
Just like when the MAGA's team won after the elections, there's like some splintering off of MAGA. So there's like some people that might be, could be implants that's like trying to sabotage the whole movement of the MAGA party.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we don't have to get too deep into it, but I'm just saying, like, like it used to just be like the whole Kamala Biden thing, and then that's been defeated, but now, like, you feel like everything's just kind of calm right now, but, like, there's, like, a big storm brewing.
Oh, really?
Just, like, all this, it's all, like, spy versus spy shit.
But they're not really right then if they're opposing the right.
Exactly, yeah. Like, who knows who's a good guy or a bad guy at this point. It's, like, really confusing times. But it's interesting, though.
Who'd you vote for?
Obviously Trump.
Really?
I did mail-in ballot, so my vote just went straight to the burn pile.
We don't have to talk about politics, but
it's all right. It always brings me joy.
Okay, well, let's get into Joe Rogan because he was a big inspiration of your life.
Of course.
The Joe Rogan podcast, which obviously influenced you to be this very conspiracy-like person. Are you a big fan of the right?
Rogan or me?
You.
Like the right
and in the Joe Rogan, yeah.
Well, like, can I answer it the Rogan way? Like he says, like he's not really left or right. He's kind of like a little mix of both.
Yeah.
You know, but I think just I'm for the party of reason, right? Like we want to get away with all this woke shit, right? Like having males play on women's sports, shit like that. You know, gender reaffirming care for fucking 7-year-old kids, you know, shit like that. So what else are you going to hear like the resistance other than Rogan?
Interesting.
That's why they called Trump's victory, like the Rogan, like the podcast, you know, victory, you know?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, because Barron Trump told his dad, "Hey, motherfucker, you gotta go on Joe Rogan's. He's like trending."
Wait, Trump was on Joe Rogan?
He knows who he is because Trump's like a big UFC fan.
Oh,
He's
I
always
didn't
there
know that.
fist bumping like Dana White. You never see that?
Nah.
But yeah, you know, like Barron, his son, he's probably like, "Hey, dude, go on Rogan," you know, and he did, and that's how he fucking won.
Oh, man.
You know, so like, what's not to love? That's like the whole like beauty of like how we just turn things around just like that. You know?
Wow. Maybe what's their name should have called on Joe Rogan, just to be the opposition for it.
I mean, they tried. I mean, Kamala
Yeah.
wasn't like she wasn't invited to Rogan, but she
was.
she totally was. She turned it down.
She should have done it.
She definitely should.
Yeah.
I mean, Rogan just wanted to expose that there's actually a human being, like hello, like just like an actual soul inside that body.
You don't think there is?
I don't think she. I mean,
Really?
there definitely is, but I mean, whatever she's going to put on that podcast, they wanted to like really, you know, fucking massage it to a way that it's not going to be the Rogan experience. You know what I mean?
You mean they were gonna screw her over on the
No,
podcast?
I mean, they had all these like conditions, like you can only ask these questions.
Oh, no
like,
way!
You know what I mean? They're gonna softball, whatever the fuck. It's like
I see.
Rogan just wants to like
That's
shoot
crazy.
shit. Yeah, yeah. Like imagine we have fucking people with arms crossed telling us like, you know, like
that's crazy.
yeah. That's what it is. That's why Kamal lost.
But it sounds like you're against like I don't want to pick a fight with you, but it sounds like you're against like trans people. You're against
How can you say that?
feminism.
I have so much love for trans people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Dude, come on. For a guy that's been to Bangkok, are you shitting me?
Oh, really?
Like,
Did you like Bangkok?
I love Bangkok.
Nice.
I have a brother that like lives there right now. You know.
What? No way.
Yeah.
What does he do there?
Well, he does business out there.
Wow.
He's just like
That's awesome.
yeah. I'll probably go see him soon. But Thailand, you know, lady boys, like I don't hate. You know, I've in fact picked up on some that kind of look like Sue Min by chance. You know, like
In Bangkok?
here at the
Oh,
mics.
wow. Holy crap.
Yeah. I don't want to name any names, but
I'm
there's
sorry
some-
we're talking about you, Sumin.
Dude, there's like one that even the host called her Sue Min by accident.
Oh, no way.
And it totally wasn't her.
Oh, you mean a comedian?
A transvestite.
Oh, no way.
And then I was talking to this person, and unbeknownst to me that it was a, you know, T word.
Trans?
Yes. And of course, during her set, she announced that he's a trans, and
Trans woman.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And like, yeah. So, you know, as long as I haven't been around it, and like I was, you know, making a move
Wait, what move? You made a move on this person?
before the mic started.
Oh, wow.
You know.
Good job.
Yeah. But of course, I wouldn't have done that if there was like warning labels and stuff. But
Oh, you didn't know that she was trans?
right. But it's not like, you know, I don't think I would be that guy that would just punch a lady, you know, when they find out. Like,
What are you talking about?
you ever heard of stories like that? Where like they're like fooling around, they found out they're like, it's like an actual trans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they get violent.
My gosh.
I mean, I don't think I'm just putting myself in that position. I'm like, yeah, she's hot enough. She could pass as a female, like from waist up. Just you know, so much things we can do.
What's your stance on... Oh, by the way, I love Thai woman. I love Lisa.
We love everything we've been talking about so far.
Do you like Lisa? Blackpink? You don't know.
No, I mean I know the band.
She's Thai.
Yeah, but
Never mind.
I'll say yes. Sounds like she's hot.
She's very hot.
Yeah.
She's got a little bit of Indian blood. Did you... I'm sorry to interrupt. So, what's your stance on feminism? Because it's very important.
Oh, again, nothing wrong. You know, power to, you know, women power, right?
But you can see how confusing it would be that you listen to Joe Rogan and you are now saying that you are not a big
Do what makes you
opponent of
happy.
feminism.
Yeah, look, every case is different. Do what makes you happy, but I think in general, the feminine movement might be steering like younger girls maybe in the wrong way, right?
How?
Because the alternative could be like, oh, go have families and have babies. That's kind of like what nature and traditional makes that traditionally works and makes people happy. So, but if you want to, whatever, communism good, or I mean feminism good, like good for it. I mean, go for it. That's your calling.
You think it's too woke?
A little bit. I mean, it came with like good intentions, but that's all of communism. It's just we need some of it, but like, to what degree do you want to enslave yourself, right?
You mean feminism?
Yeah, and just the consequences of it.
You said communism.
Oh, that was a Freudian slip.
Are you a big fan of communism?
Oh, why, yes.
What do you think about China?
China is currently, as we speak, halting their tariffs because they. You haven't heard?
No.
There's like a trade war going on.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, like the tariffs, it's like slinging shit back at each other, back and forth. But it stopped. It stopped today.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Just like a temporary, like 90-day hold or something. So
temporary. What do you call it? Cold War. Temporary ceasefire.
Yeah. Just ceasefire and the tariffs, I guess. But like China is complicated, right? Like you've we've kind of been buying their cheap goods for a long time, and these tariffs are just kind of like a wake-up call to Americans, like how much cheap shit you want flooded in our country when we could just be making our own better shit. Like, it might cost more, right? Like what Trump said, you want $30 made of plastics, or you want like really one good doll made of wood, like Pinocchio. I'm just kidding. I made the whole thing up.
That's actually a pretty convincing argument, whatever you're doing off the cuff. That's a very convincing argument.
No, he doesn't want you to make Pinocchio. But you know my point, just American-made, compete.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, at the end of the day, right, like we're buying their shit. We're the customers, but like how much are we willing to sell out our own politicians, right, to just basically have like China being, controlling our fucking economy to some degree. Because that's the war that we're not willing to face. Like, there's never going to be a hot war between China and America. Like, they know that they're going to lose. So they do like very, sneaky shit, like what Chinese people do. Like spying, espionage, like spy balloons kind of shit. We all heard about it. So there's nothing like Trump can really like he like I guess he realized like, oh well, we have the purse. At the end of the day, we can spend our dollars like still. That's our only power. So I think this is like kind of like just what we're all seeing happening right now. Gotta realign. Gotta.
What was it like growing up Chinese American in California? Because it sounds like you have a very objective view towards China.
Well, parents were from Taiwan.
Oh, I didn't know that. You're Taiwanese.
Yeah. I think you probably should know that by now. But
I didn't know that.
It's all right.
But you never told me.
It's kind of implied. Just the way.
How is it implied? It doesn't make any sense. Chinese people are not.
Well, it's like I know you're not North Korean just by de facto.
No, there's a bunch of Chinese people in America. They're super normal. That's super insulting.
Okay, so I could be CCP. I could be from China. You're right.
Oh, wow! I have a bunch of Taiwanese friends.
Yeah, Taiwan is like the whole history, right? It's kind of similar to North and South Korea's.
Right. You want it to be different. Why?
Different? Oh, what an overstatement. Just like such an exaggeration.
I don't know the history very well.
Well, splintered off an entire piece of the continent.
I'm sorry. Right.
But yeah, like Taiwan is very special because like we preserve, not just what China could have been, but like we're still like very capitalistic as a country, you know. So like if you look at you just go to Taiwan, you can see just like the amount of diversity in like the goods and just like the cheap prices, just obviously like a very like capitalistic country that's successful. But China is just complete, like authoritarian control. That's the kind of shit that I don't like to see, and it makes me sad that China is not like more Taiwan. In Korea, Japan, like they're all like very prosperous. Like why isn't China? Like we gotta ask like what's the better system of government, right?
Do you get? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say like I don't want to be known as a guy who just hates Chinese people, but it's really the government that I'm really, despising this whole time.
Mao Zedong.
Not just him. It's Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping. Yeah. These are very roll off the tongue kind of names, to be honest.
They are. Yeah. She's very sounds very woke. He's like the OG Xi.
I'd love to go to Taiwan. I heard they have good food.
Should, man. Good times. I'm like thinking I want to like move there if I can.
What, really?
Yeah, I would just live in like South, like anywhere in like Japan, Taiwan, Thailand. All those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just be.
How was going to Japan with Rob? Rob Foltz?
I didn't go with him, but I actually met him there. I should say.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is a very big coincidence on its own.
Oh, really? Yeah, that is a big coincidence.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys go?
The typical big cities like Tokyo. We hung out for one night, and then Kyoto.
Nice.
We grabbed a drink there. Yeah. You want to know the story behind that?
Yeah.
I talked about it on stage. It's pretty hilarious, actually. Like we saw each other at LAX before we even flew off.
Oh my
plane.
God.
We already knew like we saw each other. We made eye contact, but we didn't.
You didn't say hi?
We didn't say hi because we were both being like oppositely racist in some way. He's going on a plane full of a bunch of Asians. He's like probably like, hey, that looks like Bert. That chink looks like another Bert. And then I was thinking in my head, I was like, hey, that looks like Rob Foltz. Just the odds, the odds that. It wasn't until we landed in Japan, like in the Narita airport or whatever, when like there's like the TSA lines are very zigzaggy, so we can finally make front eye-to-eye contact going.
Right.
We can avoid each other finally from face to face this close. And I was just like, finally, oh, hey, it really is you, Rob.
Nice.
And vice versa.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then we just exchanged numbers or whatever, and then hung out.
Oh, I thought you were friends before that.
We were. Yeah, we knew each other from the mics, but we just didn't know we were having pretty much the exact same itinerary going to Japan.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fate, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you mac on chips together?
I tried, but no. Yeah.
He didn't?
I mean, I think he met up with a friend and did his thing, and I just did my, whatever I do.
Nice.
Yeah.
How'd you go?
It's okay. It went okay.
Did you go to the red light district?
A few of them, yeah.
Where?
My favorite one is in Osaka.
Really?
Yeah. Osaka has a very nice...
was it expensive, like $100?
More.
Really?
Yeah.
How was it? I'm sorry, I have to edit this out.
It's okay. I mean, it sounds like you're just curious,
Yeah.
and maybe, this could be a new type of spin-off podcast. It was like $200, I think. Yeah, and they're all pretty young, so.
Wait. If it's illegal, I can't have this on.
No, not that young. They're like adults.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think Japan.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I think Japan has like their own rules where it's not like.
Oh.
So
what was it like?
Edit.
Like
But yeah, Osaka. Osaka is cool. Like Tokyo has plenty. There's a lot of.
Well, that's the shady area about red light district because what's legal in Japan is different from what's legal here. I guess it's illegal in both.
It's legal everywhere, but there's always loopholes.
Oh, really?
Like what you do is like they have middlemen. I guess you can call them madams. They are the ones that are just responsible for making the appointment. So there's nothing in exchange. They're just really collecting a fee for making the appointment. And whatever you do with whoever you meet up with.
Like a connector.
Yeah. So there's a lot of like connector services you'll see, like websites, and of course, like nothing will be openly talked about.
Was she hot?
Yeah, they're all hot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speak a little English? No.
It's better if you know going there with prepare a little Japanese. Yeah, you don't want to be the gaijin, just not knowing to say anything.
I'm always worried about STDs.
Yeah, so am I.
They don't have like a paper or something.
They like what like a clean bill of health.
Yeah. Wow, I should have done it. Damn it. Okay, all this is cut out. All right. Sometimes I go to like get a Thai massage right around here. It's super expensive and not very attractive.
Is there happy endings
No, I don't
included?
get the happy ending, but
Just the Thai massage itself.
sometimes I get a boner.
Yeah, I've done that too.
But
With
it's
a male
expensive.
masseuse.
You got a boner?
From a male masseuse. Yeah.
It might be bi.
No, it was just very good massage.
Let's switch the topic. How's work? How's life outside of comedy?
Not gonna lie, sucks.
Well, really?
I mean, I just don't enjoy like what I'm doing.
Mm.
But I mean, I can't complain. I just work from home,
Nice.
just always on the computer,
That's awesome.
staving off desires to do comedy and connect with actual people.
Oh yeah, you talked about that.
Yeah, but one can dream behind a spreadsheet all day.
But at least you're making good money.
Temporarily, yeah.
Mm.
So I'm kind of just selling my soul at the moment.
You don't like your coworker?
Not that I don't like them.
Mm.
It's that they're just corporate people.
Yeah.
They don't act out of goodness. They act out of orders.
Yeah.
There's like it's like a system.
Yeah.
You're playing a game. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's just a game.
Kind of reminds me of all the coworkers that I've had in the past. I kind of consider them as friends, but that's probably not the right way to think about it. Because they never talked to me after I left the company.
You worked at IT.
IT, yeah, data analyst and software stuff.
Have you had any coworkers ghost you?
What do you mean?
Like you tried to stay connected after you left or they left, and then
Yeah.
they just
People ghost me all like college and high school. Everybody ghosts me.
yeah.
I think it's harder as you get older. I'm not sure if you feel the same way.
Well, I had one ex-coworker in particular I'm thinking of. Got ghosted pretty hard. Like almost to a point where like I cried, kind of,
A man?
Yeah. Again,
You're
I'm not
close?
bi, but like we were close.
Oh wow.
Like we smoked weed during our breaks, and like just like really like fucking ride or die kind of guy.
Wow.
We were both working at the same place, but after we both left, just like tried texting him, tried emailing him, just totally ghosted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you leave on bad terms? Maybe that's why he didn't want to.
I don't know. That's what I was trying to find out. I was like, what did I do? Kind of like yelling out to the ether.
Yeah.
Don't know what I did wrong.
I guess relationships just come and go like that.
Yeah. Gotta keep trudging along, right?
Yeah. How's the dating? Are you on apps?
I am not on the apps.
Why not?
But I'm considering it, but
Yeah.
I want to work on myself some more before I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know. Just want to, be more confident. Want to, be in a better living situation too. I tell you about my living situation, right?
You live at home?
I live at my parents,
Yeah.
but more specifically, I live in a broken down van that's parked on their driveway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I've been living in that situation for like at least the last 5 years, I think.
Don't you live in the van?
I do.
Did you drive it here?
I drove it here,
Oh.
but then it broke down. I mean, the
It broke down?
not well. I just kind of neglected it.
Oh.
Like it's been parked in the driveway, functioning as my apartment more than a car. And
Well, how do you get around to like fourth wall and stuff?
I have another car.
Oh, I
I
see.
bought a Prius.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That was like a couple of years ago too.
Um,
But that was primarily because of comedy. I needed something to get around with, right? So
why don't you live inside the house?
I thought you were going to say, why don't you live inside the Prius? No. Good question. I can't live under the same roof as with my parents.
Why not?
We just don't get along.
Oh.
You know, they're too. I don't know if your parents or if you know the stereotype, but they're very, they're very pushy. You know, they're very, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Push about what though?
everything.
Oh.
You know, like what I eat, how I smell, how I look. You know, like just doesn't stop.
But you live pretty close, so I'm sure they can just still cook.
Oh yeah. I'm in my van, so that's my coping mechanism. You know, it's gives me enough space.
Nice.
Yeah, it's better than living in a room under the same roof. I'll tell you that. Yeah, because I have tried that. They even have like a ADU. You know what an ADU is? Like another living unit in the back, like a back house, as they call it. I lived in the back house for a couple years, even with a girlfriend at the time too. That didn't work out. So the van was kind of like a slow evolutionary.
You had a
thought.
girlfriend?
Oh, I had many girlfriends back in the days.
Your
I was-
days?
Yeah. I was, pretty normal.
You're killing it.
Not killing it, but I was like kind of like, despite all the rumors you hear about me, I used to be a pretty steady, loyal kind of guy. I'm not like I'm capable of. I'm capable of being normal, man.
Can I ask what the ethnicities were?
Mostly, Chinese, Taiwanese.
Really?
My very first girlfriend, I think I told you this before, was Korean.
Really?
Uh-huh.
No, you didn't tell me.
My very first girlfriend in high school was Korean.
What was her name?
Anna.
Anna? Korean American?
Korean. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, she was cute.
was she different from your Chinese ex-girlfriend?
Way different. Way different.
What was that? Like,
It's more Americanized,
Mm.
and she. Man, I'm glad I didn't start the family with her, but she's got like 3 kids now,
Oh.
so she really looks like a good mom, But she wanted to get that family thing started early. I wasn't ready, so that's why it didn't work out.
hmm.
But yeah, I've been around, so
What was the Chinese versus the Taiwanese girlfriend like?
Oh man, I don't want to answer that.
What do you mean? It's juicy.
Well, the Chinese one was pretty boring, to be honest. She was sweet. No, she was a really sweet girl,
Oh.
but we just didn't jive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're just so different as people that, like, yeah, it just naturally just broke apart. Like I just got with her. I'll be honest, just because I'm horny like everybody else. So I said all the right things to get her on dates.
Really?
And, yeah, and after the sex, I was just kind of like, well, what else is kind of keeping us together besides,
Oh no.
just the sex. And,
That's not good.
It's not. So I realized that soon it was like the language barrier. Because despite I'm pretty Americanized myself, I can't really
Yeah.
get along with like those Chinese super fobs.
But you speak Mandarin though, right?
I can,
Yeah.
but still, it's a
Do you speak it well?
compare like your typical American. I do,
Nice.
but to fob people, it's still like light years away.
She was fun.
She was a huge fob.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, I don't really date fog girls either.
I can't. It was just desperate times, desperate situation.
Where is
That's
the
all.
line from again? Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah.
You got Avengers or something. Good to hear that. But didn't you go to Austin for something?
I did, just to check out Joe Rogan's new
What's
club.
the club again? Township or something?
The Mothership?
Mothership.
Yeah. The Township? So he said?
The Township.
Oh.
The Mothership. Comedy Mothership.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's where the shirt is from.
Yeah, just think like aliens, spaceship, because Rogan's all into, the
Aliens.
whole UFO.
I like aliens.
Yeah, who doesn't? Do you think aliens are real?
Yes. Do you
Nice.
think aliens are real?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, they have to be, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're aliens.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, if we're proof that life exists in the world, then guess what? Life
Yes.
exists.
That's very true.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much I believe in the whole government is trying to cover up.
Oh, I think there's too much. I don't want to, like, start spewing out how much I know, but I know
You
for
think
a
that happened?
fact.
Huh.
Oh, for a fact. For a fact, the government's covering up the real.
Really?
Yeah. Not even just the UFO stuff, but just look at the stuff they're hiding in plain sight, like on the planet, like the cover up of like archaeological sites.
They do that?
Yeah, there's proof of that.
Why would they do that?
Because they don't want us to know our true history.
What's our true history?
We don't know, but we have to keep digging.
Oh.
Like you can't really grow as a person, right? You know that yourself, unless you really know what your history is. So if we keep digging in our true origins, like who knows what we'll find? And they don't want that to come out.
Why wouldn't it in their government's interest for all of us to find out?
You think that?
So that
Think that, but I really think there's evil in this world that has like their own agenda. In order to do that, they have to kind of trick the masses into thinking there's some other alternate history that they can always fold and bend themselves.
Sounds a little bit too conspiracy for me.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Have you always been a Republican?
No. Like I said, I'm a amoeba. Like I've been Democrat. I think I'm still registered as a Democrat, but I voted for Trump. So like make that make sense. Like I don't know what I am.
You didn't like Biden?
I like Andrew Yang a lot. That's why I was a Democrat, or registered last time I was.
Oh yeah, Andrew Yang.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm registered as a Democrat because of Yang, but then I never changed my affiliation, right? And then Trump came out, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna.
Is Yang a California?
Huh? Yang? No, he's New York.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something and I forgot. Oh, are you a Bernie Sanders fan?
Not really.
Why not?
He seemed like a little bit too communist to me.
He is, but he might fit your type. I don't understand how your mind works.
You don't have to, Terry. It's fine. You don't need to
I totally figured it out for a Bernie Sanders fan.
No, I mean, I think I liked him at some point, but he just kind of, took the communist turn, and I just had to, I never like big time supported him. I know a lot of people. In fact, I know a lot of people I really respect that love the shit out of Bernie. Like even Joe Rogan was a big time Bernie supporter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He was. I think there was like some kind of. I think he jumped ship somewhere around like 2016, 2020. I think it was the 2020 election.
Why?
Because everyone was saying like, "Oh, it's Bernie's turn. He's got to have it." But then really, Trump was like a better
platform.
Yeah, and then the whole. Yeah, I think that's when Rogan flipped.
Oh,
Bernie.
wow.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan flipping, I feel like might have been a big boost.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He had a lot of influence.
I mean, he had Bernie on this podcast too.
Oh, I want to listen to that one.
Was it good? It was good. It was like years ago, but like that just shows you how much he liked the guy. But then stuff happens, and he kind of.
But Trump never did it, right?
Trump never did what?
Did a podcast.
Yeah, he did.
He did it?
Dude, it got like I don't know. It's probably got like 100 million views by now.
Donald Trump did the Joe Rogan podcast?
I could have swore I said that like within the first 10 minutes of this podcast.
I didn't see it.
Like we were talking about like.
No, we were talking about Kamala Harris not doing it.
Yes, but before even that, I could have swore I said like.
Okay, I gotta watch that one.
You should. Yeah. Because like Trump won. Yeah, I said.
Wow.
Barron, his son, egged his dad to go do the Rogan podcast.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's how he won the presidency.
Wow. That's very smart of him to do that.
Absolutely. Using like a Gen Z tactic, for the biggest platform. in the world. Like,
it's very stupid of Kamala not to do it.
That's the kind of evil I'm talking about, though. You know, they're just so pompous. Like, they don't know like what actual people are watching these days. You know, they're just so out of touch.
Oh, they are out of touch.
Right. So that's what they get, right? Like, you don't want to do what the will of the people want, then you're gonna just kind of go down as nobodies. Meanwhile, Trump's killing it every day. He's on TV, and you know.
So you like Trump despite all of his like racism, sexism, all of the weird things that he does?
Nah, I'm not too worried about those because all those are just accusations. They accuse many people of like sexual crimes, people that speak out the truth, right?
But he also said on record, like, grabbed him by the pussy or something.
So what? You know, it was just locker talk. I mean, that was. I mean, look, how many?
I didn't know you were gonna defend Trump in this way.
How many female comics have you and I just offended within our locker talk in the last hour? You know,
probably a lot.
Like Trump's got thousands of hours of dialogue like that. That doesn't bother me. Well, you got to just look at the facts. You know, like how many criminal convictions were they throwing at him right before his inauguration? Not a single damn one has been actual like an indictment. Again, you can have thousands of accusations that they mean nothing. You know. I can accuse you, Terry, of rape. You know, it doesn't mean you actually committed a rape. But if I file court papers, then we'll let a trial jury of our peers decide that. You know.
But what do you think Trump did right? Because I don't think there's any evidence that Trump is a good leader in any way.
Well, just the way he appears authentic in Rogan's podcast, which you haven't watched yet, can tell you more about him as a person than all hours of everything combined you watch from the left. Because everything you see coming out from MSNBC, The View, shit like that. I'm telling you, these are just like the corporate sponsored TV, you know?
I didn't know The View was like that.
They are. They're all sponsored to you by Pfizer, you know? Like, these are all the guys in bed with all the corporate, like big pharma companies.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg?
Whoopi Goldberg is very much in bed, yes. She gets a big paycheck.
Oh, I thought you meant like in bed, like literally.
No, like in bed with big pharma means like whatever, their network gets...
What do you think about Luigi Mangione?
He's the national hero to the left right now, is he?
But you're not in the left, right?
I don't support the left at all. No.
So you don't support what he did?
Absolutely not. Why would I ever support violence and the killing of another man? I mean, it doesn't matter how evil that Brian Thompson guy was. He was just doing his job as a CEO, wasn't he? I mean, he was just probably feeding his family, you know. I mean, yeah, he's a millionaire, but he did it all the right way, going through right university, marrying abroad. He's taking care of kids.
Oh, wow.
Just fucking doing a corporate job, you know, which is like we talked about. It's just a system that he's like a game he's playing. Like, how could that get you killed? You know what I mean? Imagine someone kills you because you didn't solve their IT ticket in time when you're at your fucking corporate job. You know what I mean? I'm serious. That's how I see it, though. You know, like you want Luigi Mangione. People,
but I guess, yeah.
Like, right? People are getting tattoos of this motherfucker. They're like glorifying basically violence. You know, vigilantism and shit. That's not the way our country works.
Right, but they were kind of, because Luigi, based on what I understand, he was going after the symbol of United Healthcare, which was like a broken, exploitative healthcare system.
Yeah.
So that's their argument for Luigi is not a bad person, because he also went to a very good school.
Yeah. It's a signal, right? It's a signal that something's wrong with our insurance and all the fucking ways the government are in bed with these insurance companies, right?
You're like using the expression a lot. Why is everybody in bed with everyone?
Because they are. I mean, I don't know the details of it, but you know, the way the insurance companies, like their bottom line is by denying their clients like urgent care, right? When they need it. okay, I'm like, I don't want to get into this, but rest assured, big insurance is something that, I think the whole, like, whatever, RFK Jr., the whole Maha movement, right? Make America Healthy Again. They got to look into that shit, Clearly, it's the Luigi situation is like signaling, like, take a look at it over there.
Yeah.
There's something wrong. But do I condone, like, violence and people just going out there shooting motherfuckers? Like,
Yeah.
Like, who would want to, like, do you support it? Like,
No.
like, I think people who support them, if you kind of, like, think about, like, what you're supporting, they might change their mind, Yeah. Like, I don't know. I support people like, do you know who Riley Gaines is?
No.
She's that girl, that's the female, an actual cis female that was like a second place winner in her team, swimming team, because she lost to whoever that fucking weird tranny guy is. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
But yeah, Riley Gaines, she came out speaking about, like, basically this weird tranny dude showing his dick in the locker room, and, like, the whole banning of trans, men in women's sports is because of her bravery speaking out. So, like, how come you haven't heard about her, right? How come no one's heard about her? But yet she's probably done, like, the bravest thing she could do,
Which is
speaking out
against the left.
Yeah, like the whole, like, woke thing going on in school. Like, why do men can just have dangling dicks around in the women's locker room, and and like this. I'm really trying to remember this dickhead's name. The guy who won the first place prize, like, he was like a mediocre swimmer in the men's team. Then he fucking transitions, goes on the same fucking women's team and becomes first place. You know what I mean? Like, how fair is that shit? So yeah.
So Trump ended, right?
Yeah. This is first, like, one of the first executive orders he signed. This is like, no fucking men and women's sports. There's just two genders, that kind of shit. So, but it's all thanks to Riley Gaines. Like, she spoke out, and again, for people getting tattoos of her, like it's just people are supporting the wrong things, in my opinion.
Why do you think that is?
Oh, because, like I said, there's evil agendas at play. They want to try to, like, push our country in the wrong direction. Like, the whole entire, like, last whatever the fuck, like the Biden years, like, all that was just evil shit, like, in my opinion, that was happening in our country. And then Trump is like, finally we turn the ship around. That's my opinion.
No, but I'm saying that why is Luigi Mangione considered like a hero while this lady is not?
Oh, because he has the support from all the woke people on the left. People that just are brainwashed by basically what's going on. They want to just cause, like, stir up, like, chaos. Like, does that make sense? It's like the left has a tendency to, like, use chaos as an opportunity. I'm sure you heard about that, like, in the Chinese phrase, how, like, the word crisis and opportunity, they're the same word, 危机, So that's really, like, a tactic that they have to use,
You could say the same thing about the right.
You can. I mean, I doubt, like, Trump has, like, any nefarious kind of agendas, though, because everything he's been talking about seems to be, like, cutting out, like, budget for shadow government, right? Like U.S. aid, like the whole Doge thing is just exposing all this corruption and waste, right? And Trump, like, right, the whole thing he did with Zelensky, just trying to end the war in Ukraine. So he seems like a peace guy,
I was going to ask you something. I forgot. It was such a good question, too.
It's all right.
We got to wrap it up, though.
I feel like this has been a very pro-Trump podcast. I had no intention of being this pro-Trump.
Well, I just wanted to hear your honest thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really...
Oh, what do you think about January 6th?
Absolutely fucking nuts that Americans that did nothing got arrested as, like, basically, like, as terrorists and shit.
But they stormed the Capitol.
They made it appear like they stormed the Capitol, but just the majority of them were actually just peaceful protesters. And I don't think it was like an insurrection as, like, the way they paint it all out to be.
Wasn't there violence or something? Some people died or something?
There was some violence. There was, I think, I don't know the details, but the violence was mostly perpetrated by like provocateurs. If you want to talk about actual people that were inciting violence there, it was caught on video. There was like this guy named Ray Epps. He's a known federal provocateur. Basically, people like in the CIA dressing up as like Trump supporters, even wearing like the red MAGA hat, shit like that, saying like, "Oh, we got to firebomb," just to say violent shit. So it's
interesting.
Yeah, it's conspiracy theory, but that's my opinion of what really happened there.
Yeah, Bert, I feel like this is some good stuff and some real crazy stuff that you.
You haven't even heard my Alex Jones. Come on, man. We gotta talk about the real conspiracies. You gotta get down. You gotta save humanity from this evil.
But I think it's very interesting that you have some fresh perspective that I've never heard before, because most people that I speak to have very left ideology.
Absolutely, we're in LA. Like I said, I'm a very weird gemstone here in LA. I'm surprised I'm not a weird woke fucking weirdo like in Hollywood, but yeah, I am who I am. And
where else do you think you will fit in besides LA? Texas?
Probably Texas, but I don't want to make that decide like, oh, I should be in Texas. I kind of just want to be me and maybe live anywhere, right?
Bert, thank you so much. And then last question is, if you could send a message out to your 50-year-old self in 2030, what would you say to yourself?
That's like in 4 years.
Yeah.
Retired bitch, stop working so hard. Yeah, retired bitch, stop working so hard. Yeah, that'll be my message to myself. And
hopefully a lady by then?
Oh yeah. And get your dick wet.
What kind of ethnicity?
Doesn't matter.
Just pick one, just for fun.
Some Southeast Asian.
Southeast Asian, everyone.
Southeast Asian.
Thanks, Bert.
Thanks, sir.
Yay, that's fun.
Thank you. We hope you weren't creeped out.
No, that was really fun. Suman was right. You have a lot of interesting things to say.
Oh, thank you, Suman. When did you talk to Suman?
Well, we didn't talk. We were in the same open mic together at Best Mic.
That's the thing. I really look. She's beautiful, but I really like